How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. The crypto crash that's happening right now is really interesting because I think people are completely missing what's happening right now. I think they're thinking about it in a wrong way, and I think there's a certain way to play this that's going to make you really happy in the end. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn that bell notification so you can see future videos just like this, and I got this new hat in. So in case you didn't see this, I made this myself. There are links to it underneath the video. I'll put a link to Teespring where you can buy this. And it's a Bitcoin Freedom hat with established 2009. That was when the first block was. I think it's pretty sweet. I'm going to be sporting it this weekend. You can check it out if you want. But let's get into the market right now. So Bitcoin sitting at 26,000. It fell yesterday. It's down 10% in the last 7 days. And you can see other cryptocurrencies like XRP down 20%, Dogecoin down 16%, Shiba Inu down 17%. So many cryptos that people just love falling down pretty drastically. And I think we should talk about why that is first. Well, Evergrande obviously filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy. A lot of people worried about this, and we won't spend too long on this, the stuff that we talked about yesterday. But whenever some large company that holds a lot of property goes bankrupt, or some large entity that people have a lot of investment in goes bankrupt, it does make you think that maybe the people that had money in this will pull back, right? The people that had money in Evergrande, maybe shares or had some exposure, they aren't as likely to spend as much money in other places like crypto, like stocks. This causes kind of a ripple effect. It also means that there are some properties that are probably on a decent discount now because of the bankruptcy. So people that weren't even invested in it may move their investment dollars to some of these distressed assets. Another thing that happened, obviously, SpaceX. A lot of people worried that they sold 373 million worth of Bitcoin. Now, this is still really hard to determine whether they actually sold or not. In the article, it says that they wrote down the value of Bitcoin by 373 million last year and in 2021 and has sold the cryptocurrency. The wording behind that is very confusing and very hard to understand what's actually happening here. So I think this is one of the things that people are just looking at wrong. With a market like this, you have to realize that there's not a ton of liquidity, and it's unclear whether they sold in the first place. Tesla just reported it, and they're still holding onto their Bitcoin. But even if SpaceX did sell, and they didn't just write down the value because of the accounting rules here in the US, even if they didn't just write down the value, but they actually sold, that means someone else had to buy. And the price has been going up this year. So that still means that the market was able to swallow up that $373 million worth of Bitcoin and still move up. Nothing has fundamentally changed on cryptocurrency, which we'll talk more about that later. Before we go any further, I want to thank partner of the channel, Cryptonomy. What they're allowing you to do is invest in their platform or deposit into their platform and get pretty high yields. Now, typically, this is something that I kind of stay away from, but they're doing it a little bit different. They're doing this and able to pay so much because they've been able to have a very successful launch pad. They've invested in cryptos like Tenet, that's done a 14x XCAT, that's done depending on which one you look at here, 11 to 12x. DGenZoo, a 14x. A lot of these cryptocurrencies they've been able to invest in early, and they've been quite successful. And because of that, they're able to pay out these higher APYs. Now you can see my wallet here. Now it's really easy to deposit and withdraw on this account. All you do is go over to the asset page, hit deposit or withdraw. Let's say I want to withdraw, put in my recipient address, put in the amount that I want to withdraw, and continue. Now, I will say they only withdraw every 24 hours. So if you have to wait a little bit, that's totally normal. But it is really easy to withdraw. You can get staking yields. You can get APYs like 25% on Bitcoin for flexible rates. Or if you want to do a fixed rate where it's locked up, you can get even higher than that, up to 3 figures, over 100%. Now, of course, if you want a higher return, you can try their launch pool as well. This is their main product. And it does carry higher risk because you are investing in early cryptos, but it can also have higher rewards. Cryptonomy does have a UK financial license, and they also have capital insurance with BitGo. You can also get loans, which is part of the reason that they can pay higher APYs as well, because you can borrow, and you can also exchange on their website as well. Now, of course, always do your own due diligence. Make sure that you're comfortable with this, because this is a project that invests in early stage companies, or early stage cryptos. So if they weren't able to do that successfully, they'd have to lower their APYs. So keep that in mind. Big thanks to Cryptonomy for sponsoring this video, and I will leave links to all their information underneath. If you want to sign up, you can use my link. We also have news today that the payment processor Checkout.com drops Binance over money laundering and compliance concerns. This just came out. They say the London-based credit card processing company that ballooned its business by servicing billions in crypto transactions for Binance clients cut short its contract with the crypto giant this week. In a pair of letters sent to Binance on August 9 and 11, Checkout CEO terminated the company's relationship with the once largest customer, citing reports of regulators' actions and orders in relevant jurisdictions and inquiries from partners. So you know something's a little bit sketchy if they're cutting off one of their biggest clients, just basically saying we don't want to work with you anymore, even though it's a gold mine of money for the business. So this does cause a little bit of fear. Now, personally, I just think take crypto away from Binance, or take your crypto away from Binance, put it on cold storage, that kind of thing. I know it's nice to have everything in one place, but I would just move it out. Now, something that we are going to be doing here on the channel, Connor Kenny and I are actually starting up our own business to track your cryptos a little bit better. Hopefully that will help everyone in the long term, because you can stop trying to pull from all these different wallets and you can just look in one place. Now, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko have similar products, but this is going to have stocks, assets, all your assets in one place. It's going to have price charts and that kind of thing. If you want that, let me know in the comment section. We're going to have a sign up page here very soon for that. But I think this causes some extra concern, right? It's one more thing that's going against Binance. And we have seen a lot of liquidations, a lot of fear. I think people are viewing this in the wrong light, though, right? Some people are asking me, okay, should I buy now or should I wait until we fall a little bit further? I think we see a lot of support around this $25,000 mark, and I am personally not waiting for us to fall down $1,000 more. I think this is a good time to DCA when you see a lot of pain, and we've seen a lot of pain the last few days. A lot of people worried. And it really doesn't matter, in my opinion, over the long term, whether SpaceX holds a couple $100 million of Bitcoin or not, what's happening there, it doesn't matter, right? If spot BTC ETFs get approved and BlackRock starts pushing it to clients, the price is going to balloon up. People are going to get wrecked in the pre-halving year. This is what always happens. So I'm not waiting. I bought some here today. I bought a decent amount of Bitcoin, and I will continue to buy if we fall further. I think this should be thought of as a gift, not something bad that's happening. This is a gift because there's pretty much no reason for this besides some rumors about a company selling some Bitcoin, not even a really important company for crypto, and then liquidations happening. And of course, there's some other stuff happening in the macro, like Evergrande and the Fed possibly holding rates longer at a high rate. But personally, I think we'll get through this and we'll be happy that we've been DCAing. And I see a lot of other opportunities too in altcoins. I think dominance is going to move up for Bitcoin though, so I'm not really getting too degenerate in some of the altcoins. There have been a couple that I have been buying recently. I'll talk about them this weekend a little bit more, but I think this is a really interesting time in the market, a really interesting opportunity. If you're looking to DCA, I think this is a decent time. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.